Hey guys, what is going on? It is the TheSportsMaster back for another episode of my MLB 15 The Show Josh Hamilton Player Lock series. And before we get into this, I just want to tell y'all, in case the record for the Rangers looks a little bit different, it might still be the same. And the numbers for Hamilton certainly look different. I accidentally saved over my original save file for this series, so I had to go back and redo, so I just simmed the way through, so that's why he's not playing as good, because this is all sim numbers. So I just simmed up to where the next episode would be, because I accidentally saved over the original one, but we're not quitting or anything. If anything, it actually may be a benefit, because and I didn't know at the time when I started both my Braves and this series, there is a general manager 3-year contract, so if you underperform, you can get fired and lose the team. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to perform with the Braves. With this team, I wasn't as concerned with the team as much as I was with Hamilton. So if he didn't retire in 3 years, I was probably going to get fired from the Rangers, and we would probably have to start. We would probably have to end the series at least, not start it over. But now I've turned it off so I can be. This is my team forever, so we can at least follow Hamilton to the end of his career. So as you see, we're 9 games under 500. We're playing a series in Toronto against the Blue Jays, and Hamilton, he's still hitting those struggles. I mean, last episode we were struggling a lot. This episode we're struggling a lot. You know, last episode I thought it may have just been because of the National League pitching when we faced the Dodgers, who have some really good pitchers. But we really struggled a lot in this episode too, and Toronto's not, you know, they're not the best pitching team. They don't have a ton of good pitchers. So I was kind of stumped. I think Hamilton may just be regressing. He may be on the decline. So who knows? He still has pop in his bat. Like, he's getting deep fly ball outs. He's not really just hitting a ton of grounders, although he's pulling a lot of grounders, as you see here. But it's not like he's just doing tappers in front of the catcher that he can throw him out. He's getting good contact. He's just finding gloves when he hits the ball. And he's not striking out a ton either. He may have struck out like 1 or 2 times in this series of 3 games that we played. But I guess one good thing is that since I saved over, he doesn't have as many home runs. And then one thing that we missed in the original part is I guess he was at 192 home runs to start the season. And so we were at like 13. We had like 13 home runs. This time he only has 7, so he actually has 199 career home runs coming into this episode. So if we hit a home run with him, he will get his 200th career home run, and that'd be a cool thing to post. Anyway, as you see, Texas, we lost the first game. We're still kind of struggling. We're down 1-0. Hamilton comes up with nobody on, nobody out. And he beats the shift this time. Instead we're shifted to the right, and he hits it deep to left field, and that's going to fall, and that's going to be a double for Josh Hamilton. So that's a thing that I would really like to see out of him. I discussed it in depth in the last episode. It'd be really cool to see him start trying to push more balls and hit them to left field and beat that shift. That's a nasty curveball there. So now we were back up in the 6th. 2 outs, 0-1 count. And we hit this one right back up the middle, but right into the shift. That would have been a base hit if we had a runner on and they had to play normal defense. But since they're in the shift, that's an out, so that's just, we're really not being able to get many breaks. Like I said, we're hitting the ball good, we're just finding gloves like that. That was a solid line drive hit, but the way they're shifted, Hamilton's really been struggling with the shift. So we come into the last episode, the last game of the episode. Let's see if we can get something going, but again, he just pulls it down the line. That'll be an easy out. And we come up in the top of the 3rd, 2-1, 2 outs. And he hits this one high and deep to center field, but again, just right at the center fielder. So he really needs to see if he can try to hit it into the gaps, not just hit it right into the center fielder hands. He needs to learn that, you know, since they're playing him in the shift, you know, the gaps that would work, you know, normal gaps aren't going to be the same gaps that would work with the shift. So hopefully he can try to find a way to get it in between the shift, like we saw with the line drive to left field where he got that double. He needs to work on that some. As you see, the bases are loaded, nobody out. We're up 5-2, and Hamilton will ground this one to first, on to short, and back to the pitcher for a double play. So unfortunate for him. At least a run scores, but he does hit into that double play. And then the last fielding of the episode, we're getting used to that fielding. He's regaining his fielding ability. Although I think we did have one error in this episode that I didn't show. So in the last at-bat of the game, let's see if we can get that 200 career home run. So for the first pitch, he pops it out to the catcher. So Hamilton's still struggling in this episode, and that's a really sorry way to end this episode. But that's how it will end, is at least Texas doesn't get swept and wins one game of the series. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Feedback is always appreciated, good or bad. Just want to talk to you guys. If you have any advice for my channel, like I said, good or bad, I'm willing to hear it. Follow me on Twitter for all latest news and updates. Anyway, have a great day, guys. You guys are awesome. SportsMaster out. Peace.
You wound up turning things over. And again,